Okay, hi everyone. Actually, one more thing. I'll get there in a second. Oh, now I've done the wrong one. Okay, hi everyone. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Welcome. I'm Erin O'Brien. I'm a Thermomix consultant and team leader in Druin in Victoria. I am bringing you this class tonight with my team, the Mixmasters. A couple of our wonderful consultants are cooking alongside me, and we're bringing you a Fakeway themed cooking class tonight, just for something a little bit different. Now, we all love a bit of takeaway, but it is so quick and easy to make it your Thermomix and such a great money saver too. So we thought we'd show you some new recipes, and hopefully you guys can pick up some new hints and tips. Those of you with a Thermomix, those of you with that one might just be able to find out a bit more and see whether it is something that would fit into your life. So welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. We've got a lot happening in Thermomix world at the moment, so we'll have a little bit of a chat through that as we're going as well. As always, if you've got any questions at all, please pop them in the chat box. And yeah, otherwise we might get cooking. I'd love for you, just before we start, to pop in the chat box and let us know, are you a Thermomix owner, and if so, what model you have? If you're not, and perhaps why you've come along tonight. Are you looking for some new inspiration, some recipe ideas? Looking to learn more, to get more out of the Thermomix, or see it in action for the first time? Pop it in the chat box and let us know. But otherwise, we're going to head on straight over to Karen, and she's going to start us cooking. Sorry.
Hey everyone, I'm Karen. I'm from Thermo Got You Covered. Tonight I'm going to be making some sushi. Who loves sushi? Who doesn't? So pretty much I'm going straight to my week, and I'm going to start off by doing some sushi rice. So I'll start cooking. I'm using the guided cooking from the Cookie Do. So it's telling us to insert the basket that comes with the machine. Put that in. Next, we're going to weigh out our rice. So it calls for sushi rice, and you can get this just at any Woolies, Coles, like any supermarket. Turn that.
My basket doesn't have a lid on it. Yours does. Well, I've got two baskets there. What's that she said?
Dust it off. Perfect. All right. Whoops. Then next we're adding our water. So 1 litre. It's great. It measures the amount that we're putting in, so it takes the guesswork out of it for you. Here we go. And pretty much that's just as easy as this. So next, and that goes for 20 minutes at 100 degrees on speed 4. And that is our rice on. It's that easy.
Not much to that at all, is there? Thanks, Karen. All right, now we're going to head on over and see Jess. I think Jess has got a beautiful little helper with her tonight. I just have to find her. There we go.
Yeah.
Hi, Jess.
Hey, everyone. So I'm Jess. I'm Thermolife on the farm. And yes, my helper tonight is Charlie. He's only 3 weeks old, so he's not really in the mood to be put down at the moment. But thank goodness for hands-free cooking, so I can make this work. When we think takeaway in our family, we love Thai food. So tonight I am going to make a red Thai curry. So I'll just move my camera so you can see my Thermomix a bit better. If I just click on these 3 buttons here and go to my week. It's a bit confusing. I've had a bit of a workout in the Thermomix today. So I'm going to make this red Thai curry, but first I'll just quickly click on this one. I actually made the red Thai curry paste this afternoon. So the recipe is here. It takes you through all the steps, and then you actually use this in the recipe tonight. So I've already made that, something I prepared earlier, and we'll go straight into the red Thai curry. So we'll just click on, so as I just showed before, if we click on here, you can look at all the recipe. You've got all your ingredients at the side, all your steps here. And then I always check the hints and tricks as I go, just so that I can get my head around things. And the main hint in there is to actually make your own red Thai curry paste, which I did. So I'll click on start cooking. And now is when I'll add in the curry paste. So it made a fair bit. So I'm going to freeze it after this into an ice cube tray, and then I'll be able to use it at other times. So it's got 80 to 100 grams of the curry paste. Now I'm hoping my kids will eat this as well. So I'm just going to go on the lighter side and not go too spicy. So I'm going to stop at 70. It's only guided cooking, so it's not going to get angry with me. Then we just need some coconut milk, so just 60 grams of that so far. Ooh. There we go. So click next. Place the simmering basket on top, which of course is the only thing I don't have here yet. And it's just going to do 2 minutes at 120 degrees on speed 1. And I'll just grab my simmering basket.
Has anyone made their own curry paste before? Pop it in the chat box and let us know. You can make all kinds of curry paste, really. You know, anything you can buy from the shop, you can make in your Thermomix. And obviously that gives you the ability to adjust it a little bit too. So you can adjust the heat in it and yeah, anything. So Jess has made the red. I've made a green before.
Yeah, I've made green before.
Yeah,
I've made a tandoori paste as well.
Oh yes, I love the tandoori. Has anybody else?
It was really easy. It was really easy to start with the red Thai curry paste. I actually put less chilies in it as well, much to my disgust, but hopefully everyone in my family will be happy. Did you want me to keep going, Erin?
Yeah, we will. If that's
Yep.
all right, Jess.
Cool. So while this is going, I'll just show you a couple of things. So we've got this preview button up here. So we can actually click on that and see the next steps. So if you don't actually have everything already prepared, you can be flicking through now and saying, yep, need the rest of my coconut milk, bamboo shoots, and you can just keep going through the whole of the recipe. And it takes you through the whole thing. If you click back up the top here, this will now bring up, that's the time that we've got left. So we've only got about 30 seconds to go, but we've also got this timer function here now too. So if we had things like bread dough that we were proving or something in the oven or anything like that, you can actually set a timer now that will count down at the same time while you're still cooking and doing whatever you want to do in the Thermomix, which is pretty cool. You can also click on these 3 buttons here and you can you can close your preview, you can go to your recipe detail, or you can cancel your recipe. So we'll get out of the preview. And then it also gives us the options to do the scales as well. So we could have been measuring out ingredients while it was cooking. So we'll go next, and we know that we need to put in the rest of our coconut milk. Oh, that already smells delicious. So I'll just show you there. That's just got mixed the paste in with the coconut milk. All right, now I'm going to just pour in the rest. So always make sure you tell your scales when you move your bowl. Pour in the rest there. I've got bamboo, 220 grams of bamboo shoots already sliced. Pop them in. And 2 tablespoons of corn flour. I always think I've got everything organized and I don't. 1 2. 3 fresh kaffir lime leaves. I don't have fresh ones, but I've got a couple of dried ones. Pop in. And then we're going to put the lid on with the simmering basket again. And now it's going to cook for 6 minutes at 100 degrees, just on the stirring. So that's just going to cook all that together now for the next 6 minutes.
Amazing. Thanks, Jess. Hands-free, which we love.
Hands-free.
Little bobs.
Yeah. And Charlie's
All
even gone
right.
to sleep, so easy.
Oh, winning. Have a cup of tea.
That's right.
All right, I'm going to come back over to me now, and I'm going to get us started. I'm going to make some beautiful little chicken burgers tonight. So we're going to do some chicken burgers. I'm going to shape some rolls because I feel like it's good to see just the shaping again, even though the actual, the dough, the kneading in Thermomix, we've probably all seen a few times, and some avo mayo as well, which is a bit fun. So yeah, like normal, we're going to go up into my week, and I've saved our recipes for us. You can see what else I've been making today. We had tacos for tea, and I saved what the other girls were cooking too, which you'll see shortly. And I made these milk chocolate and banana cake today, which is delicious if anyone hasn't tried that before. But anyway, we're going to go straight into our chicken burgers. And I'm just doing the burger part of this recipe. So it has the yogurt sauce with it, but I'm going to do the avo mayo instead. So again, like anything, it's guided cooking. So we don't have to do the whole recipe if that doesn't suit us. We can just do what we want. So I'm going to hit start cooking, and into there we're going to place 30 grams of bread just torn into pieces. So I'm just going to tear those scales off, taking the lid off, and I'm just going to just roughly, literally just tear it up. Pop that in there. Next, we're going to pop the lid back on. Next, again, we've just got 5 seconds on speed 10. And that has just made us some breadcrumbs really quickly. So obviously, those of you with the Thermomix already will know that there is absolutely no need to buy breadcrumbs anymore with whatever they add in them to keep them fresh in your pantry for months. You can just quickly and easily make your own breadcrumbs, just like that, 10 seconds later. So we're just transferring that into a bowl and popping it to the side. Into that, we're going to place some fresh rosemary, but again, like just did before, I didn't have any fresh today, so I'm just going to pop in some dried. Completely fine as well. Guided cooking, you don't need to buy, if you've got, that's the only rosemary you're going to use for the week, certainly you don't need to buy that, just use what you've got in the dried. 1 to 2 cloves of garlic, so just whole cloves, throw them in there. And pop the lid on. And now again, another 10 seconds, speed 10. So Zoom will meet me up for this again. Anyone making their own burgers at home at the moment? What kind of burgers are you making? I was having a look on Cookery earlier, and there's so many different types. Salmon burgers, beef, like obviously beef burgers. We also have fish, chicken. My kids are having an absolute meltdown. I hope you can't hear that in the background. So, no mum's doing something, so they're playing up for dad. So that's our rosemary and garlic chopped up there. I miss the days of Jess where they just sat quietly in the carrier, scraping down the bowl. And into there, we're going to place 500 grams of chicken breast just cut into pieces. So I have just roughly chopped my chicken breast there. And just tear those scales again. A little bit over, but that's fine. Next, popping our lid back on once more. Another 10 seconds, speed 7 this time. I think Zoom will meet me out again for this one because it's mixing up that meat for us. Nice and nice. Does anyone anyone mincing their own meat in their Thermomix? Yeah, whether it be beef, lamb, chicken, anything at all, you can mince it all up quickly and easily. So there you go, there's our chicken mince. Obviously that had a bit of garlic and rosemary through it too. Next, again, now into there, we're just going to pop a whole or large egg. Next, we're going to pop our breadcrumbs back in. Next again, some salt. So it says about half a teaspoon. I don't really measure my salt and pepper personally. And some pepper. And then we're going to pop our lid back on once more. Next. And now do it 20 seconds on speed 4. Remember guys, if you've got any questions, pop them in the chat box as we're going, and you can just grab the girls' answer them. Next again, so now it's just telling us to line a plate with baking paper. I'm just going to pop it straight on. These are our rose gold trays from the mix shop with our silicone liners on them. And then, not right now, maybe. So now it's just telling us to divide the mixture into 4 pieces and then using wet hands form burgers and place on the lined plates. So So I'm just damping my hands a bit. So this is a bit like anything really. You can shape your burgers. So it says 4 burgers. Obviously that's going to make, it's 500 grams of chicken. Sorry, I should show you. So that's going to make quite a lot. So if you don't want them quite that big, make them smaller. It's completely up to you. You don't have to do exactly, it's guided cooking, just a guide. You can do, oops, lost a headphone there. You can do, you know, a few small ones for the kids, all big ones, whatever suits you. So I reckon I'm going to get about 6 out of that, but I'm going to finish them off camera afterwards. So normally, if I continued on next, it's going to tell us to cover it and place it in the fridge for about 30 minutes. And then I'm just going to next on past the yogurt mixture. So towards the end of the burgers chilling, preheat the oven to 180, which I've already done. Transfer the burgers to a baking tray and bake for 15 to 20 minutes at 190 degrees until cooked through. So I'm going to do that shortly off camera. But just before I send you away, I'm just going to show you how I shape my burger buns as well. So I'll just wash my hands quickly so that I can get all that cooking at the same time. I'm just going to pop that to the side. I'll finish shaping those for you off camera. And now I've got some dough. So like I said before, making doughs is quite simple in your Thermomix, and I'm sure if you haven't seen them before, we've done them in quite a few of our classes, our team. So if you're not aware, we do have a team YouTube that you can watch the recordings of any of our classes at any stage. So feel free to go back and have a look at those and have a look at how we do our doughs. But there are loads of different doughs on Cookidoo and just the internet, the recipe community. I personally love the Thermo Mama one from the recipe community, which is what I'm using. But yeah, whatever dough you like, they're all, you know, very similar and similar kind of way to make them, I suppose. So this has now been resting for about 15 minutes. And then our next process is to shape them. So again, like anything, you can do it exactly how you like it. If you want like little kind of dinner rolls, you could make small ones. If you want big burger buns, which is I've got proofing now, or if you kind of want medium-sized ones as well, they're all whatever suits you, you can do. So I just get the amount of dough that I would like, and then I kind of flatten it out in my fingers. Again, there'll be lots of different ways to do this. Everybody does it differently, but this is how I do it anyway. And then I use the kind of the palm of this hand, and then I'm tapping with this hand. So I kind of just roll it around in my palm and tapping, can you see, with my right hand, then I'm tapping the dough underneath. So that's how I like to do my rolls. And then just keep tapping until I've got a nice little shape, and it kind of creates a bit of an air pocket as well under there. So this bread mat is available from the Mix Shop, or you can pick up as a host reward with our oven mat as well. So all you need to do is invite 2 guests to one of our virtuals, or have your own in-home or virtual cooking experience yourself, and you can pick up that bundle. And the dough cutter is available from the Mix Shop as well. It's awesome because you can't use a knife or anything sharp on these mats, you'll ruin them. So the dough cutter makes your life heaps easier. So that's it. So then you just shape out your dough and leave that until it's doubled in size. My next main tip is to never go, especially on Cookadoo. I find that a lot of the recipes don't give enough proofing time, especially if you're in Victoria like me, it's too cold. So always go on proofing size and not time. So I wait till they're doubled in size. This time of year and this type of weather, that can take ages. It can take a couple of hours. It can take half a day sometimes if you're doing it in the middle of the day and it's cold day and you don't have the heating on. In summer, or if you're in Western Australia, it might take half an hour. So just keep proofing it until you're doubled in size. Will give you the best results. And then you can see I've made really big dinner rolls because I was hungry. These beauties have been proofing since, well, just before we had dinner. So about 6 o'clock I made these. So they're doubled in size and ready to bake now. So that's about it really. So I'm going to pop my burger buns in the oven to cook. You could top them with sesame seeds or poppy seeds or anything you like really. You could glaze them a little bit too if you wanted. So I'm going to pop them in the oven. I'll finish shaping my chicken burgers and pop them in the oven. And then we'll come back and do the avocado mayo a bit later. But we'll head back to Jess and see where she's at now. If I can find it.
All right, so mine has cooked down there. So you can see here, I've just got a beautiful like curry sort of paste, like the liquid going on there. Next step is to add 600 grams of chicken thigh fillets. So I didn't have that. I've got chicken breast fillets. Only real difference there will be that they may shred a little bit as it cooks. So I just cut them a little bit bigger, but still generally the same. And I'm okay with if they shred a little bit. So I know that that's probably what's going to happen, and that'll be the only difference. So don't feel that you always have to buy 2 different types of chicken. Just know that the thigh fillets won't shred as much as the breast. So generally to get around it, as I said, just cut it a little bit bigger. Put the lid back on, and that's just now going to cook for 8 minutes. So again, more hands-free time. So who would you like to cut to now, Erin?
Sorry, I was just washing my hands with the chicken. I was shaping the rest of the burgers. All right, now we're going to head over and see, see Charlotte.
Hi everyone. Oh, my screen is very glary. I'm going to be on Charlotte, and I'm going to be making some dumplings tonight. My screen is so bright on there. I've saved it to my week like the other girls have. It is a cookie dough recipe. It's called the Jiaozi, which is the Chinese dumplings. So it's got all your, same as all the cookie dough recipes, you can scroll down, see all your steps and tips and tricks, things like that. So I've just got all my ingredients ready and I'm just going to get straight into cooking it. So it says 200 grams of Chinese cabbage, the wombat cabbage. I just got the green cabbage because that was on special at Woolies, so that's what I got. I've just chopped it up into, it says cut into roughly 5 centimetre pieces. And then we're going to go next, and it says 40 grams of celery cut into pieces. I wanted to use carrot. I think carrot's better in it, but you can use celery, you can use carrot, you can use whatever you've got. So I put 40 grams of that in, and then some spring onions, which I got from our neighbour Emma. She's on here. Thanks, Emma. So I've got 40 grams of spring onions cut into pieces. And I don't weigh I don't measure out my salt like Erin, so about a teaspoon and a half of salt. It's going to come out. And then we're going to pop the lid on and chop it all up for 10 seconds on speed 5. All right, so the salt helps drain out the liquid that's in all the vegetables. So that's chopped up there in 10 seconds. It smells delicious. So now it's just telling me to transfer it into the simmering basket, which is this one, and rest it for a couple of minutes and press down towards the edges just to squeeze out the excess water. So I'll go and tip that in now. Do you want to go to someone else while I do that, Erin, or do you want to watch me?
No, we might stick with you, Charlotte, if that's all right, and then it can drain when you do the next step.
Yeah, so I'm just going to put it straight into the simmering basket. I'm not going to worry about every single bit because that'll get mixed in later. So I'm just going to squeeze it out. I'll do it over the bowl here. You can use your hand, you can use your spatula, but I don't know if you can see all the juice coming out of that. And the longer you let it sit, that salt will help get all those juices out so it's not so soggy. I'll get as much as I can out. I'm going to use my hands. That's better. Now I'm just using packet like wonton papers tonight, wrappers. You can definitely make your own as well. They're very easy. I just didn't have time today. And I worked out, I just had a look before. So at our local like sushi place, dumplings, they're charging $12 for 6 dumplings. So it's $2 a dumpling. Whereas this recipe costs, I don't know, between $8 to $10 for about 30 dumplings. I'm just going to leave it at that for now. And then I'm going to go next, transfer into a bowl and set aside. I'm just going to leave it to sit there. Now I'm going to go on with the pork mince. So you can use whatever mince you like. It says pork, chicken or beef, so you just use what you've got, what you like. I've got pork here. So 250 grams. Next, a teaspoon of sesame oil. If you don't have any of this stuff, you don't have to use it. You can substitute it with something else. About a teaspoon. A teaspoon of vegetable oil. Tablespoon of oyster sauce. Oh, my hands are so slippery. I'm just, yeah, you can definitely get your measuring spoons out if you like. I'm just going to wing it. Next, my hands are wet. Teaspoon of white sugar. We'll measure this one because it's in a big tub. And a teaspoon of soy sauce, or light soy sauce. I've just got normal soy sauce, so I'm just going to put just a dash in. And some pepper. And it says the Chinese, 2 teaspoons of the Chinese cooking one, which I don't have. So I'm not going to go out and buy a big bottle of that for 2 teaspoons. So I'm just going to add some ginger because I feel like it needs some ginger. I'm just going to do a teaspoon of ginger in with the meat. And then we're going to mix that all together for 10 seconds. Now it says keep measuring cup inserted, and then we're going to go on to the dough mode. It's going to need that mixture for 1 minute. Has anyone made dumplings before? Or do you buy dumplings? Great. Love dumplings. So when you cook these, we're going to use, I don't know if you can hear me over this. We're going to steam them in the aroma. So this one, the bit that goes on the top. So we're just going to steam them in there. You can definitely do like the pot stickers and put them in the pot, fry pan, and steam them that way and have the crispy bottom. So cake, but I've made these ones, but though they could do a bit more flavour. Yeah, that's why I add the ginger as well. You can put a bit of that, I can't ever say it, ketchup manis or that one. You can put a bit of that in. And I've heard that if you do a bit like a better cut of meat, like if you get your butcher to cut your pork up, the fat is better for it, like it soaks up the flavour apparently. All right, so we're going to go next, and we're going to add the reserved cabbage mixture. So that's all mixed up in there. I'm just going to put that one back in. And then we're just going to mix that together for 5 seconds on speed 3. So that's all mixed together there. So it's not a lot of ingredients. It's pretty easy. So it says transfer to a bowl. And get as much of that out. And it says clean mixing bowl and line the varoma dish with baking paper. And it's got some recipes on Cookie Do have little videos, so it shows you how to do some certain steps. So I'm just going to scrunch up my paper and unfold it. Stick it on the top. I'm pretty sure from the mix shop you can get baking paper that fits these trays perfectly. And then I'll just go into I'll roll a few dumplings for you. I've just boiled my kettle to get some hot water happening as well. Let me see. So it says place 1 dumpling wrapper onto a flat work surface. And there's another little video too telling you how to put the mixture in and how to fold it all up. So I've just got some water and a spoon. So I'm just going to spoon teaspoons of the mixture into the middle, and it just wet half of it. I don't know. I do this different every single time. So I just try and fold sort of one side, like make it pleated. I think I've put too much mixture in this one. Squeeze some out. You can get the kids to help do these as well. So there's one. Right, my oven's beeping. All right, I'll put a little bit less in this time. So a little mixture in the middle. Bit of water, stick it together. Then I'm just going to just sort of fold one side, if that makes sense. Make a pleat on one side and push together with my thumb. Make it like that. And I'll just continue. It says it makes 30, so I'll do a few of them.
Perfect. Thank you. They look good. It makes a huge amount of mixture there, doesn't it?
It does. And you can freeze these too. So if you get them on a tray, pop them on a tray, pop them in the freezer like that, let them set hard, freeze,
Yeah.
and then you can pop them into a container or a bag or
Bag together. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
An easy meal and an easy one the next time.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. Well, thank you. So you're just gonna get some water going and make a couple more and start steaming them in the varoma. Is that right?
So I'll just, pop some water in. I'm just going to sit them on here in the varoma and steam them. I think it takes about 10 to 13 minutes.
Perfect.
Yeah, easy.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. We might go back to Jess and see how her curry is going.
All right, I'll just quickly jump in. I'm not as clever as Charlotte. So when I make dumplings, I bought the dumpling molds from the mix shop. And they come in 2 sizes, so the small one or the large one. So I find the large one's too big for dumplings, but great for pizza pockets and that sort of thing. But anyway, back to the curry. So it has now cooked the chicken. I can show you in there. We've got nicely cooked chicken, all coming together well. And now it's time to add to the sauce. So we're going to put in 30 grams of brown sugar. Yes, as you can see, baby's not complying to the carrier anymore, but that's fine. One-handed cooking is great. Yeah, so that'll be enough brown sugar. Go next. We've got 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, so I already measured that out. Put that in. 100 grams of frozen green peas. So I don't just have peas, I always have peas and corn. So that will be, again, that'll be fine. I wasn't going to go out and buy peas just for this recipe. There we go. And now it's got 100 to 200 grams of broccoli cut into the floret. So I have cut up some broccoli and some carrot because I thought, why not add extra veggie in there? Pop them in. So it's just gone a little bit over, but I was under with the chicken anyway. Stir that up a little bit. And now we're just going to pop the lid on again. The simmering basket. And it's going to cook for 3 minutes. So while I've got you here, I'll just show you. If I go to preview, I've just got to add in, my next step will be to add in some fresh Thai basil leaves and then cook that again for a minute. And then I'm done. So that's how easy it is to make the curry. So you probably don't need to come back to me to watch that last step.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you. Yeah, so just one more step to add the leaves and then another minute.
Yep. And
Amazing.
then I'll be all finished.
Oh, thank good for a Thermomix, hey Jess.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember those days. Anybody else a little bit on here or that's had one with a Thermomix will know it's a lifesaver, isn't it? Help get a meal on the table when you've got an unsettled baby. All right. Well, we might flick to Karen to make a frappe. Are you free for that, Karen?
Oh, sorry, I'm just unmuting myself. I'm just going to change my jug. Sorry. Oops, dropping everything. There's a hot mess. All right, so go to my week on the cookie dough. And I've got a coffee frappe. So anyone else love coffee? Find that these are so expensive to buy. They go for like $8, $9 for takeaway when you can make it for $2. So win with that. Okay, So it calls for 90 grams of caster sugar. I like it sweet, so I'm going to go for it. You can definitely adjust it to have less sugar, or if you don't like sugar at all, you can omit it. Okay. And then add instant coffee. Now, you could also do a shot of coffee if you have a coffee machine, but instant coffee works great. Tablespoon. All right, now this is going to blend up nice and loud. So 30 seconds, and we're blending that up.
Is a coffee frappe something anybody's buying at the moment? Pop it in the chat box and let us know. Or are you making it? There's a few different recipes. You could make a chocolate frappe, all kinds of drinks like this that you might otherwise buy. Pop it in the chat box and let us know if you're making or buying or neither.
Okay, so that's done, and it's, as you can see, it's milled it really well. We'll just let that settle for a second or two. You can see the dust film above. I don't know if you'll be able to see all the dust, but you can see how it's milled it down very finely, the coffee and the sugar all together. Now we add ice. I don't have enough, so I'm just going to halve it. It's only for me anyway, so that's okay. And then it calls for milk. I'm going to halve that. I could have at the beginning halved it a little bit over, that's okay. At the beginning, you can change quantities that you want to make, so serving sizes. So you can, just do it for yourself, like for 2 people, 2 serves, 6 serves, whatever you prefer. And that's with a lot of the recipes on here. So now we're just blending this up. So this is going to get loud for a few seconds again. So that's done. Made a bit of a mess. That's how I cook. All right, so scrape down the sides with the spatula. So you can see it ready. It's looking amazing. So just making sure we haven't missed any of that amazing coffee. Because coffee is life. And blend that up for another few seconds. And I've got my next jar ready to do some whipped cream to go on top. Okay. And that, it's dropping everything tonight. So that is the frappe. Just put it into my cup. Oh, my husband's gonna be jealous. He's a coffee lover. All right, so I've got that out of the way. Now I'm just gonna quickly whip up some cream. I love cream, whipped cream on top of mine. Nice little splurge. So I'm just inserting the whisk that comes with the machine. So to put it in, just pop it in. And you twist it. Oh, it's really hard to show, sorry. twist it so it goes against the blunt side. Okay. I'm just going to do a little bit of cream, so I don't need much. Gosh, if I can actually open this. That'll do. A little bit of cream there. Put the lid on. Miss. Right, and then you're going to go speed 4, and pretty much I just keep an eye on how it's looking. The fresher the cream, the longer it'll take. The older the cream, the quicker it'll take. So we don't want it to turn to butter, but we want that beautiful cream consistency. And sort of secure it, change as well. There we go. Put that whipped cream right there. So that took what, 20 seconds to whip. So that's pretty awesome. And then I'm going to add that on top of my frappe. Now you can do whatever type of frappe you like. If you're not a coffee fan, you could do a chocolate one. I think Erin mentioned that. Yeah, any flavor really, like caramel, strawberry. So that's the frappe there. And you can top it with like chocolate or whatever you want, really. So nice and easy.
Yeah. Thanks, Karen. All right. Now, it might come back to me quickly, and then we'll go back to Karen just to assemble her sushi at the end. And then we'll be all done. All right. So my rolls and chicken burgers are finished in the oven. I'll show you them in just a minute, but we're just going to very quickly whip up some avocado mayo to go with our burgers. I'm not sure if anyone's made this before, but it's delicious. Another little cookie-doo recipe, just avocado mayonnaise on cookie-doo, this one is. So first of all, we're going to just take the measuring cup off and just place a jug on the top of our mixing bowl, and then we're going to put 250 grams of sunflower oil in there. Is anybody or everybody making their own mayonnaise in their Thermomix? It's something that is so easy to do, and obviously you're cutting out any extra additives, preservatives. It's much cheaper, and you know exactly what is in it. There's quite a few different mayonnaise recipes on cookie-doo as well. I made a Kewpie mayo on the weekend as well. That was delicious. All right, and into there next we're going to place the peelings of 1 lime. Just mixed it in there. Next, and then we're going to put the lid back on, measuring cup in, or we'll lose it all. And now I've got 15 seconds on speed 10, so I'll get muted for this. I'll see you in 15 seconds. Yeah, I like adding a little bit of mustard to my mayo too. Just gives that nice little kick. And then into there next, we're going to put, I'm going to show you, I just feel like that needs a little bit more. There's still some big chunks in there. So I'm just going to use the back button. So just in the top left-hand corner, you can go back a step. And I'm just going to give that another 15 seconds. I use the back button quite a bit when I'm cooking. I have a few little kids, 5 little kids, who, while they're good eaters, they don't love their veggies. You can see that, chop that up a bit more. They don't love their veggies, so I do quite a bit of hidden veg in our cooking. So I always use the back button to do that. So if I'm cooking something and it just has a rough chop, I then will go back and use the back button to do a bit more. So it's 10 grams of lime juice, 10 grams of mustard. So don't, ever be afraid if you think that something's not chopped enough or cooked enough or anything at all for your liking, then just go back and give it another crack. So now we're going to place one avocado, approximately 115 grams, it says. So avocados obviously can be very different sizing. So we could just measure it on this side here. Just got a funny bit there. So I reckon I'm going to be on one avo. Yeah, look at that. Just under, which is fine. I've cut up another one, so I'll put a tiny bit more. Next, a large egg. Next, again, a little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. Then we're going to pop the lid on again. Now it's got it set for us. So it's got 1 minute 30. And then down the bottom, it's telling us to turn the speed selector to speed 1 and meanwhile follow the next step. Oops. I'll change that. I tapped it instead of just showing you. All right, now it says very slowly pour the reserved sunflower oil onto the mixing bowl lid, letting it drizzle around the measuring cup. So just literally just a slow pour. So there's little grooves in our measuring cup that will allow just a little bit of oil to kind of drizzle through into the bowl and letting it emulsify. So for those of you who haven't done this before, this is, when we talk about all our different modes and functions of our TM6, and emulsify is one of them. So mayo and things like that are perfect examples of how you can use that. Any questions? Pop them in the chat box. Yes, Charlotte spotted a new sparkly little friend in the background there. I'm not sure if anybody's seen it on our social media at the moment, but us consultants are very lucky enough to have the opportunity to earn the brand new black Thermomix at the moment, which is very exciting. So if that's something that anybody's interested in getting their hands on one, joining our team, we would love to chat to you about that. It's very, very exciting for us to get an opportunity to earn another Thermomix on top of our commission, and super achievable too, which is the even more exciting part. So if you love your Thermomix, you'd love a second one, you love the black, you'd love to earn one for someone else, anything at all, we'd love to chat and explain how you can do that. We also have another offer at the moment for anyone that doesn't have a TM6, is called our Earn For offer. So that means that you can earn, I'm just going to go back and just add a couple more seconds because there's a little bit left in the lid. You can earn a TM6 with only 4 sales instead of the usual 6, which is incredible as well. So that just means that instead of those sales 5 and 6, you're going towards paying for your Thermomix, you can earn commission as well. So yeah, lots of exciting things happening. And if you are interested in learning any more about any of those, please just let us know. We'd love to chat. I am more than happy to run a quick little information session after tonight. If you want to find out a little bit more about what is involved, just let me know. And then I'll just show you. I'll just give that a little bit more of a stir. So I've just left a little bit of mustard on the blades there. But that is our avocado mayonnaise in there. So I'm just going to pop that to the side. And then I'll just quickly show you our things, and then I'll assemble while Karen assembles her sushi. But these are our rolls. I probably went a bit overboard making the giant rolls, but there are beautiful fresh burger buns there. I'll show you. You can kind of see they're still steaming, but how beautiful and soft they are. So yeah, again, you could add sesame seeds, poppy seeds, whatever you want to them if you wanted to, and make them as big as you like. So there are buns, and there are chicken burgers. I just cooked 2 to start with, but the rest are in the oven now. I made 6 out of this batch. So I'll assemble them with our avo mayo, and then while Karen makes her sushi, and then we'll be finished. We'll run around and see everybody's finished dishes.
Hey everyone, back to me. So I've made the sushi rice that came out. I added, it calls for rice vinegar. Sorry, I can't even say it. Rice, vinegar, and sugar, but my shop didn't have any rice vinegar, so managed to find sushi seasoning bottle. So it's the same thing. So what we're doing now is I've grabbed a sushi roller. So these are just at the shops as well. They're right next to the nori sheets and the sushi rice and the seasoning, as well as, I don't know if anyone likes wasabi as well, that's there too. So pretty much we're just grabbing the rice and smearing it, a sort of thin-ish layer on the nori. It is best to let the rice cool down a little bit more because it'll stick a bit better. It's still good if it's warm, if you're time poor like us tonight. Pretty much just smearing it everywhere. And then you can add whatever toppings, whatever fillers you like. So I did some salmon ones just before, and these ones I'm going to add tuna. My son loves the tuna ones. So these will go to school tomorrow with him. So all I've done was I whipped up some tuna and some mayo together to make that nice creamy sort of tuna mayo rolls that you can get from the shops. And they work out, they're normally around, what are they, like $4 to $6 a roll. So they can get really expensive, whereas these work out to be about $2 a roll making them yourself. So depending on what fillings you add, of course, always adds up. If you're going to add like lobster or something like that, it can get a bit more expensive. So there we go. Not perfect, homemade, so it's the best way. All right. So I've got my tuna I'm going to add first. So I normally add that around the middle section, so it's easy to roll together. Add that, and then I've made up a few different fillings to add. So you can add whatever you like. So we like cucumber, and I'll do some avocado as well. So can't beat avocado in your sushi roll. All right. Now this is the fun bit, the rolling. So it's not as scary as you think, but I pretty much just start off at the bottom. Some people start off at the top, but I pretty much just, if you can see, push it down. Probably overfilled it a little bit, but that's okay. And then I combine, and then I start rolling it with the roller, if that makes sense. So making into like the log shape. Sorry if you can, there we go, that's a bit better. So squeezing it all up, pull that out, and then you just roll it in. And that's it. So you could seal it with a bit of water. Just grab some water. In my hands and just seal it, just to stick it. And push down a little bit. And that is your sushi roll. So I'll cut those up and then add them to the rest.
Looks like you've made quite a lot of rice there too, Karen. You'd make quite a bit out of that as well.
Oh yeah, so this will make heaps. There's heaps of recipes online. Like you could halve this, quarter it if you wanted to. But there's heaps of recipes on the cookie dough. Sorry, put that to my face. I've seen people make actual like sushi cakes. Like,
oh wow,
so cool. For something a little bit different. For if you've got a massive sushi lover in your house, you could make like a sushi cake instead of, you know, a cake. Or turn it into a really fun. You know, you have a few friends over, you could make like a giant cake rather than doing like heaps of rolls. You could, yeah, do like a massive cake just in one of those pot pans, spring pans. Yeah, which is really cool. So, whoops, stuck all together. There's our sushi.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Awesome. Well, thanks for showing us. So you've made, the sushi and the frappe tonight. Thank you so much, Karen. If anybody wants to follow Karen on social media, if they're not yet, she is Thermomix on Instagram and Facebook. So you can do that. Thanks so much for cooking with us tonight, Karen. All right, if I can find Jess, if she's there.
Yep,
Jess
I'm here.
Farley's back there. Yep.
Yeah. All right, so that is my red Thai curry. You can see it in there.
That
So
looks delicious.
easy, really simple, smells delicious. And I'll just serve that with either rice or probably coconut rice. So all done.
Great idea. The coconut rice is so easy to do as well, isn't it, on Cookie Dough?
Yeah, that's on Cookie Dough as well. So I'll just bring that up tomorrow and that'll be dinner tomorrow night. All done.
Perfect. Amazing. Thank you so much. Again, so a special thank you to Jess as well. Obviously, cooking with a 3-week-old baby is, I'm very grateful that you joined us. Thank you, Jess. You're a legend.
No worries at all.
And Jess is Thermi Life on the Farm on Instagram and Facebook as well, if you'd like to follow her. Find Charlotte.
Yeah, easy.
They look great. They look store-bought, Charlotte. I'm very impressed.
And then I've just got a heap that I'll put in the freezer or in the fridge tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah, perfect. What a great idea. Yeah, thanks for sharing that tip about the tray in the freezer. Perfect.
Yeah, that's okay.
Amazing. Again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you want to follow Charlotte on Instagram and Facebook, she's the Home Baker Bum. And thank you so much for cooking with us. And I'll just come back to mine to finish us off. Cool. So I have there assembled beautiful little burger. So that is, obviously a Thermomix made roll. We've got our chicken patty and we've got some beautiful avocado mayonnaise in there as well. So delicious and super, super easy as have been all of our dishes tonight. It really goes to show that, you can make some really delicious Fakeway meals from scratch easily and quickly with your Thermomix, saving you time and money, which is obviously something we are all thinking about at the moment. So thank you so much for everybody that has jumped on tonight and watched. We always appreciate you guys supporting us, and we hope that we have taught you something new and helping you get the most out of your Thermomix. Obviously something as a team we are very passionate about. So hopefully we've been able to help you tonight. If you've got any questions, please reach out to any of us. If you want to stay on to find out some information about joining our team, I'd love to have a chat. Otherwise, please reach out to your consultant if we can help in any way, and we will see you all again soon. Thanks so much.